when you're holding a vibration, when you're offering a vibration and you feel the manifestation of a negative emotion arise, then that's a thought that you no longer have to think about anymore. You don't have to focus on that subject anymore. You don't have to hold that perspective or offer that vibration anymore, because your negative emotion is telling you one thing and one thing only. This thought does not jive with your source energy. Your source energy did not rendezvous or is not thinking this thought with you. So you're out on the leading edge, the bleeding edge, all on your own. You're in a territory without your resources. So now why would you ever go to a place without any of your resources? Why wouldn't you spend all of your efforts to go to the place where all of your resources are, which is aligning with the perspective of source, which is understanding that you have a source energy counterpart, your inner being, and that your inner being also has a perspective. Now that's really wild. That's actually very leading edge, that you have 2 point of attractions. You have another version of you or another part of you out there, your true soulmate, your inner being, and that inner being is non-physical, it's non-resistant, and has a perspective about everything that you're thinking about right now in this very second. That's what your guidance system is. You see, you're creating with your vibration, you're not creating with your action, and that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. We're going to talk about how you truly create with your vibration. You see, you're the offer of thoughts, you're creating with your vibrations, and your emotions are like your GPS system. They guide you, they let you know before in advance what type of creation you will be getting to. And if you like your creation, because when you think, offer the thought, it feels good, then what you get to, your destination will feel good. But if you're holding a negative thought, then that can only lead to negative things that you're not going to like when you get there. And that's truly the essence of creation. Truly is understanding that if you feel good, then you're going to attract more that feels good. If you feel satisfied. But if you don't feel good, then you're not going to achieve, or you're not going to receive things, or you're not going to experience the manifestation of wanted. You're going to experience the manifestation of unwanted. And so this really is a conversation about focus, because your focus is you're offering vibration, and that's exactly what equals what you're getting. You're broadcasting a signal, and you're also receiving whatever that signal is a match to. And so you truly are the creator of your reality, and you're creating with thoughts, and your emotions, they help you, they guide you. And so we want you to sort of approach manifestation, and it's truly so imperative that you approach manifestation on an emotional level first, because you're approaching it with a physical sort of regard for action and effort. And your physical world is what you're used to. You're used to thinking a lot. You're used to weighing the pros and the cons, and whoever is the strongest, whoever can stay up the latest, whoever can, not eat, who can refuse meals, who can, continue going without any sleep, the ones who can make it no matter what, the ones who can work hard and offer all their grit, then they can make it. So that's what the physical world is all about. But the vibrational world, which this entire universe and all universes are really all about, is this vibrational reality, this vibrational world. It's ordered by the law of attraction, and law of attraction is putting these like frequencies together. So your world is truly a vibrational world. You know that when you're listening to music, you're actually feeling the vibration of the artist while they sang the song, and how the artist feels about that song. And that's what you feel. You would say, no, the song itself is good. And we're saying, well, it's actually because the artist and how they felt, the alignment is like you're high-fiving them. This is a vibrational world, and everything is being transmitted on these vibrational sort of levels. And so that's how you're creating with vibrations. And the only way that a vibration can make sense to you is through your emotion. You have to introduce into the equation how you feel about any certain subject. And that's something that scientists are sort of understanding, because when emotion is not being introduced into the equation, then everything is really random, because then you can't, because how one feels and what they manifest next is always a match. But if you're just looking at the manifestations and you're not accepting that everyone is vibrational, so that emotion really matters, because the emotion is what it represents, a signal that you're offering. It represents the vibration. It represents the vibration that you're offering. And then the physical thing comes. But the thing is, your manifestations are not coming out of thin air. Your money is not going to come out of thin air. It's turning from a vibration into the physical object. And so if you can go there with us and understand that your desires are this vibrational reality, and the only thing that you got to do in order to allow them to, that's a key word, allow them to turn from a vibration into a thing, is to chill out. You've already done all of your work. And the thing is, you have your work cut out for you. And we say that because just by you being here, everything is already done. You have already done all the work, because you came, you asked, you sifted, you sorted, and then you asked for the preferences. You're always constantly exposed to life experience, and you can't help it but come up with your own selfish preferences, your own selfish desires, because what's good for you is good for all. And the ultimate giving to others is giving to yourself first, because then you have something to give them first. You have to be selfish, because you can only see out of the eyes of yourself, out of the eyes of you. And so effort is a very interesting conversation because humans, they create with their effort. They're very interested in effort. But the thing about effort and the thing about vibration is that effort is a lot more, it's more fast, meaning if you can pick this object from over here and push it to point B, you can see the physical results and quite fast. But vibration, there is sort of a lag time. There is sort of a time where it's buffering, because buffering is more of a gestation period. That's the perfect word. It's like when you plant that seed, there's a gestation period. The crop doesn't just magically appear. But yet in the same vein, it's not exactly waiting to be it's not waiting to be created physically. It's waiting for you to practice a frequency that will allow you to realize what's on that frequency, allow you to realize what's being held there for you in the vibrational reality. So what that really means is you got to achieve a vibrational harmony. You got to find a vibration that matches your desire. And the thing is that you don't have to take your problem and chase it to the ground and find the solution to it. That's not your job, because even in you experiencing problems and you talking about your problems and complaining, there is a solution that's giving birth, that is there, and that is there in the ethers, shimmering and there for you to feel your way towards. But most are not approaching the world like that. They're approaching it from, if I have a problem, then I got a goal set. I got to be a problem. So I got to solve my problems. I got to, because what's interesting, you're not used to things being done for you. You're used to, if I want it, I got to go out and get it. But the law of attraction and you being fitted into the sort of equation is understanding that there's another version of you out there. There's another part of you out there that has done all of your creation for you. And not because you're incapable, but because that's what you walked into this sort of arena with, into this time and space with. You came here with an entourage. You came here with a lot of interest and a lot of excitement, because you knew that this time would be the perfect time for you, and this environment would allow you to desire things that were completely new onto the world, and you would come to your unique desires because of your unique experience and your unique exposure onto this, or in this life experience. And that really is so important, because that means that your desires, your vortex is really crafted by you. And if there's no you, then there's no unique vortex, because all of you add something different to the mix. There's variety, but most think variety is dangerous. They think, well, since I don't create my reality, then if someone else is different and they have different opinions, then that might get into my experience, so I gotta push against it. But anything that you push against, you create more of. You allow it into your experience, because there's no exclusion. There's no source of evil. There's only inclusion. There's only invitation by your focus. And so manifestation is really the greatest conversation of all, because you really came here from manifestations. But the thing is, manifestation is such a natural byproduct of vibrational alignment. So the manifestations are really not the big prize that anyone thinks it is, because when you look at those geniuses and you behold them, you call them geniuses, and they are geniuses because they were able to find a piece of the puzzle that they or the piece of the subject that they really liked, and as they thought of it, then because it felt good, they continued to think about it, and then it just had to grow. See, that's what makes the geniuses a little different than those who are maybe amateurs, because they know that all they have to do is feel good, because they feel worthy. They feel like they have the audacity, the confidence, the gravitas to take what's theirs. And the thing is, when you're in the vortex, and that's exactly what happens. And so there's no effort is only applied from a place of not believing that what you want can happen, because like we said, you're used to going after things on your own. But law of attraction is all about chilling out. It's all about understanding that there is a vibrational world. There's a vibrational version of what you want. So now, since you've done your work, you can chill out. But that puts you in a very interesting position, because you're not used to just sitting around, because you're used to this action journey. You're used to doing something. If I'm not doing something, if I'm not making my way towards something, then I don't feel productive, and I feel that others might judge me, because you're so in that framework of, if I do, then others will look at me and be like, well, that person is productive. But if I just sit around all day, they're gonna call me lazy. But what's wrong with being lazy? Because the thing is, you're not even creating with your action. And actually, those who create with their action, the thing about action is that we can't even really completely take action off the table in the sort of way that it may seem that we are, because action truly is amazing. But the thing is, the action is not used to create anything, because you're not that powerful with your action. Because most of the times when you're offering action from a place of just pure action, you know what's happening? You're offering your action from a place of not seeing what you want. And so instead of feeling better because you're not seeing what you want, you're making what you want into a reality. You're gonna force it. You're gonna do whatever you can. You're gonna goal set. And so we're not very big proponents of that, because we know about vibrational alignment. We know that all you have to do is take time to take the emotional journey to align. And as you align your frequency to the frequency of your desire, then what's gonna happen is, first of all, you're gonna feel good, because that's the first sign of your manifestation. And then because it feels good, you're gonna continue to think about it. And then you're gonna start seeing results. Then you're gonna start to realize impulses. You're gonna get an idea, because we know that you're gonna start to get ideas. But the thing is, When you take action from a place of not seeing what you want, so you're just doing it to do something, then do you know what happens? Your action is mediocre. And it's not that action is inherently bad. It's just that if you're not connecting first and then following the impulse, which is action, because you're gonna get impulses to act, because you didn't just come here to just stay here and this is what you think you came here for. You think you came here to just sit where you are and just open your eyes and just have something appear. But that would be really boring, because you would be so overwhelmed. Because if every thought that you thought manifested instantly, then there would be a lot of trouble for all of you, because you're not that diligent in your thoughts. But that's the whole reason why having a lag time and a buffering time and a gestation time is actually very helpful. But the thing is, the time of gestation is up to you. There's no natural order in that sort of way, because it's already there. The thing is, are you going to realize it? And the thing is, let's say like this, you're going to be ready to realize it if right now you're feeling good about your subject, or you're just feeling good in general. That's what we're saying, is you don't have to go after the problem, because there's no end to your problems. You can't solve a problem by focusing on the problem. You have to find the solution. You have to feel for the solution, because the problem and the solution are two different frequencies, and they even feel different. Doesn't a problem feel different than a solution? But there's a momentum to think. So you can, do things gradually. You don't have to do it all at once. And you wouldn't want everything to eat all of your meals all at once anyways. You wouldn't want everything to come all at once, because it would be very overwhelming. You would not be ready for it. And you want to get ready. It's like you want that baby to come out with all of its, hands and toes. You don't want it to come out and be like, oh, sorry, like I just was in such a rush for it to come out. So I just, I made you come out in whatever way you were when you were. And so it's interesting, because processes and manifestation means to many to manifest something, but we're saying it's more of like to understand that you've already created it, and that your emotions will allow you to pretty much gauge whether or not you're flowing with your desires or not flowing with your desires, because your desires are already a reality. That's so important to understand, because then you have guidance, then you have the end goal, then you have sort of the the end destination that you put into your GPS, and then you can make your journey very very measurable, and you can actually take these journeys to not enough wellness to wellness, to not having the money to having all the money that you want. It's a feeling, emotion, because when you find the vibrational essence of what you want, when you're taking the time to talk about why you want it, why do I want this desire? Because it feels good, because it feels right to me, it feels easy, it feels fun, it feels just so simple, it feels so easy, it just feels easy, it feels enriching, it feels like adventure and fun and just joy. It feels like bliss and passion. And as you talk about these words, the benefit is that you're actually feeling good in that moment. And so that's the thing, is that if you're feeling the vibrational the presence, the vibrational essence, we're about to say the vibrational absence, because that's the thing. If you're feeling the vibrational absence, then you can get what you want. But if you're feeling the vibrational essence, if you're feeling the emotion, you get what you want. But the thing is, you're not feeling the vibrational essence to make it happen, because you got to get out of that mindset. You got to get out of that mindset of, I'm going to do this to make it happen, but it's already happened. And so now you're doing this to tune into it. Ooh, you're doing this to tune into it. You're doing this to feel good right now. And in feeling good right now, you're actually tuning in to the receiving mode of your desire. And as you tune into the receiving mode of your desire, then you're going to start to get impulses. You're going to start to get downloads and ideas and things and impulses, and you're going to act, and it's going to feel, the impulses are just going to feel natural, and you're going to feel ready. Because the thing is, in being the overnight success, it just feels natural. It doesn't feel like your life just took on a completely 360. It feels natural. You're not doing the process to make anything happen. You're doing everything for the sake of feeling good. And in feeling good, your point of attraction does the rest of the work for you, because you're not going towards anything. Everything is making its way to you, because you're attracting it. And manifestation really is a lot simple, because simpler than you think, because it's an emotional thing. And when things are emotional, all you got to do is make yourself feel better. All you got to do is care about how you feel, because when you care about how you feel, now you're not going to go off in valleys and alleyways of thought pathways that just don't feel good to you. You're going to catch it early. You're going to say, ooh, you're going to catch that car before it goes down the hill early, because by the time it's going down the hill, it's gonna go down the hill, because there's momentum to it, and you can't control that thought anymore. But as you're very sensitive, as you practice more moments in time of non-resistance, and you can catch, and you're sensitive, and you can catch that resistance very, very quick, which is a good thing. You're on your way to manifest everything, because you're so close to everything that you want, because you're being here, you're very present, and beingness just means that you have created this vortex, and everything that you want is already 99% complete, but you just can't see it, but you can feel for it. And in the feeling for it, you feel satisfied. We want you to feel satisfied in the feeling, the essence of it. That's what the essence means. You're feeling for something, you're enjoying something that you can't see it, because when you feel for it, you feel satisfied, and that's the vibrational essence. And as you feel the vibrational essence, you can't feel the vibrational essence and the absence at the same time. It's one or the other. So we're saying that's the balance of your thought. That is the balance of your thought. And if you can enjoy the vibrational essence, and you can enjoy the vibrational essence because you're enjoying the money before it comes, then guess what? All of your manifestations have to come, and they come along the path of least resistance.